Hello. You join me on a Sunday evening. We're gonna ignore the hair. She's freshly washed and not brushed. I'm just kind of letting her dry. And my face, I look very shiny because I put moisturiser on. So we're on the phone because the camera battery died as soon as I switched on the camera, and I have got a ring light behind me because I don't really like that you can see me in the TV, but we're just not going to think about it. Yeah, I have the ring light on me because their lighting was very bad. I don't even know if this is going to be any better. But this is a very impromptu video. I wasn't going to... Guys, I might actually have to take my jumper off. I'm already getting hot. Okay, anyway. So, this is a very impromptu video, but I just had a long shower, as you can tell, and I was just thinking about things, and I thought I may as well just film this video now. I was talking to my mum today, just about YouTube and about like how I'm feeling about it and that kind of thing. And I was saying to her how I was just struggling a bit at the minute in terms of what to post and what I want to post, like what I think people like, as I think anyone who posts videos does, you do kind of get caught into what do people want to watch? What's gonna be popular, like that kind of thing. And it's hard not to like get sucked into that, and I do think lately I've been sucked into that, and I just don't know what to post. Definitely because guys, I'm just not... I was trying to be aesthetic with the fairy lights, but now I just wish I had the freaking sofa behind me. This is not going good. It's fine. This is the point of this video, is to be raw and unfiltered. So basically I was talking to my mum and just saying I didn't know what to post at the minute, because I really enjoy watching my videos back, watching videos where I almost like have a topic that I'm talking about and like sit and talk about it for 10, 20 minutes, probably 30 minutes knowing me. I love vlogging, and vlogging like makes me happy, just like vlogging my day and stuff. And I do think sometimes in those vlogs, like there's more interspersed just kind of like thoughts and like little sprinkles of advice or wisdom. But I do really enjoy like sitting down and talking about something specific, whether that's like therapy or like some of my other experiences. I like that, and when I watch videos of mine like that back, I feel very like inspired by myself and very kind of like, oh, I'm actually like really well spoken and I'm talking sense. And it is weird, but like I do like sit and watch my own videos, and it just, I don't know, it just gives me a little bit of like comfort and a bit of like, this is actually helpful. And my whole, reason for starting this was to help people and to be really transparent about a lot of the struggles that I face in terms of my mental illness. And so, that's why I enjoy talking about it and sharing that with you. Not that I feel guilty when I post vlogs and stuff, because that is still showing you guys a realistic look in to like how I feel on a daily basis and what I manage to do and like all that kind of thing. But I do know that vlogs aren't, even though it's like tracking how I feel in my life with mental illness, because like that is kind of my channel purpose, that I wanted to record and show you guys life living with mental illness, the ups and the downs. And vlogs and seeing my life as it happens is a part of that. But one, I am a full-time uni student. My life is not very exciting at the minute, and Monday to Friday I'm in uni, so it's card vlog. Maybe I'll bring back the weekly diaries. I'm not sure. Basically, I was struggling, and I was saying to my mum that I love watching back these videos when I'm particularly the one I watched the other day was me talking about how my mental illness has bred self-hatred, which I don't know, I just really, really like that video. But I was saying to my mum that these kind of videos, and also the one I did when I first started out about like the fear of judgment, they come from almost when I'm in a good place in my healing, when I want to like share wisdom, and when I've been listening to podcasts and reading books and just feeling very like grounded in my healing. But the reality of the fact is I do not feel like that at the minute. I do not feel wise. I don't feel in good faith. I just don't. I have lost a lot of my spark, because I'm going through quite hard heartbreak, and I'm going through a rough time, and I know it doesn't mean that I don't have moments where I feel at peace with my healing, and I feel like I can be that kind of like preacher of good words and good faith, and give other people hope. But it's very hard to give other people hope when you do not feel hopeful yourself. And that is just something I'm struggling with. And I was just saying to my mum, like, I don't feel like I can sit down and, you know, talk for 10 minutes about how everything in your life is meant to happen, and like there's always a bigger plan and you just have to trust, when I feel the complete opposite at the minute. But, you know, my mum was like, and I like agreed that's a part of healing. Like, that is the reality. And I'm showing the reality of healing is that it is not always reading self-growth books, listening to podcasts, like feeling positive about the healing journey. Like, I don't feel positive about it at all at the minute. At all. As I have alluded to, I feel like I have been healing my entire life. So I'm feeling very negative about it. I'm feeling very angry, and I'm finding it hard to be like a influential, no, because that makes me sound like I'm an influencer. Like, just someone, like, I'm finding it hard to be someone that people can look to for advice or comfort or support when I need comfort and support right now. And yeah, that's what, like, I'm feeling very negative, very down, very like disbelieving in, why are we gonna cry? Very disbelieving in just things and positivity. But like, that is also really normal, and the most healed people will still, I'm not saying I'm healed, but like the most healed people will still be triggered and set back by life events that happen. Like, that's just the reality of life, that things happen and it messes up our healing, it messes up our journey, and it's rubbish, but that's just life. And unfortunately, that is something that I'm going through right now. It doesn't mean that all my healing and all my work has been erased. It just means I'm in a bit of a dip, a bit of a rut. And I'm cold again, guys. Trying to remind myself that I started this channel because I wanted to be the person that I needed when I was younger. I like want to be that just comfort for people, and like to just know that they're not alone and other people feel like this. And you know, the way I can do that is be entirely transparent and not pretend or like sugarcoat anything that I'm feeling or going through, because it's all real. Like this is my real life. As much as right now I wish it was a nightmare, this is my life. And just that, like, you don't always have to feel positive about healing. I feel very negative and I feel very angry at the minute. Angry at my circumstances, my situation, angry at a lot of things. And that's normal. Like, it is unfortunately a part of healing. I feel like I've literally said healing about 50 times. But it doesn't mean it is a permanent part. It just means you're going through the phases, you're going through the motions, and you just have to ride the wave. I already know I'm going to edit this and hate the way I look. Having like so many emotions and thoughts, and like I'm just feeling stuck with I feel like I've lost my way a bit with the channel, which is fine because I'm obviously focusing on other things, but like I feel like I just need to like get back to like, what do I want to post? What do I feel I would have needed? Like, you know, just focusing less on what other people want to see and what's going to be popular, like all that. And just like, what do I want to share? What really will show and like portray to people just the reality of living with mental illness. Yeah, I feel like I need to do that, and I maybe need to like sit and think about it, but I thought I would like film a video in the meantime, because I've literally filmed about 4 videos the past like 3 weeks that I've just like scrapped because I just like, it just doesn't feel right. And I feel like I'm trying to give words of wisdom or like be positive when I feel the opposite. So like, I don't want to fake it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I do want to start talking about my eating struggles. I have started filming clips for a video that I think I'm going to try and put together about some of the food issues and anxiety that I still have, and kind of trying to tackle that and like how I'm trying to tackle it. I do want to talk about that more because, again, as I was talking to my mom, I've never really spoke about a lot of my food issues. They're not the kind of stereotypical food issues you'd see portrayed in kind of things relating to eating disorders and stuff. And, you know, it's hard to imagine if anyone else in the world feels and worries about or has worried about food in the same way that I have. And because it's something that I have healed a lot from and I'm very distant, I'm a bit more distant from it. I forget how much my food anxiety and my disordered eating ran my life. And kind of like my OCD around food as well. So in terms of that, it's like I want to talk about that. I want to share that a little bit more, because maybe there are other people who experience similar things or are going through it, and, you know, little old me during that time just needed someone to be like, it's gonna be okay and you're gonna get better. Because again, as I said, like a lot of times I tried to like Google or look on YouTube for help or advice, or like someone having the same problems I did. A lot of it was about anorexia or bulimia, which was not something that I struggled with or was not the focus of my struggles. So I felt very alone, very crazy. And I remember the first time I read a book, a fiction book. I cannot remember the name of it. But I read a book, and it was the first time that I literally thought I was reading about myself, because this author had wrote a story about someone who struggled with the exact same things I did. And I just remember, and she was called Evie as well, which is crazy. And I remember I read that in high school, and I just remember being like, oh my gosh, like someone has thought this up. Someone else has experienced what I was going through, what I've been through. And yeah, that's like, I want to be that for someone else. I want some, like, I felt so alone and so like an outcast and isolated, because I couldn't even, oh God, I'm literally thinking about it all now. I couldn't even voice my concerns to my friends and things, because no one would have any idea. Like, they would look at me like, what? Like, it's yeah, it was very hard. And if I can shed light for other people who struggle with eating or emetophobia or things like that, then like, I want to do that, because I want to be the person that I needed when I was younger. So yeah, I maybe want to start kind of focusing a bit more on that, but I do want to keep doing vlogs or weekly diaries, because again, for me it's such a good way to track my mood. But it's kind of like, for the minute, I feel like I don't have that many important or like worthy updates, because I'm very much in a deep depression because of the heartbreak, and I'm just struggling. Like, even though the whole point of this is tracking my life with mental illness, you know, when you can barely face to get up in the morning, it's very hard to then switch on a camera and be like, hi guys. But yeah, I've always preached about being real, and I've shared some of the rawest moments of my life, or of my feelings on this channel. So I will keep doing it, don't worry. I'm gonna keep the rawness up. Yeah. I think I just feel a bit like guilty and a bit not embarrassed. I don't know what the right word is, but like, I feel like my videos and my mood in the videos is just the same. But then this is a whole other thing, because that's just like, people don't want to know me when I'm depressed, and people don't want to associate themselves with me when I'm depressed. But again, yeah, that's a whole other thing. Like, you're still you when you're depressed, and you are worthy of love and friendship and happiness even when you're at your lowest. You know, like, you don't have to be happy, bubbly, excited. You don't have to be anything amazing to be just worthy of love and happiness. And that's why I'm kind of like, oh, no one wants to see you cry your eyes out. No one wants to see you or hear about how rubbish you feel. But the right people in my life will stay, and there's always an audience for what you are putting out. There's, you know, me filming myself crying and not being able to get out of bed might just make someone else feel a bit less lonely, a bit less alone in their feelings and their hardships. And that's why, you know, if that helps one person, then that is amazing. But yeah, I don't know if it's maybe because a couple of people in my life have been like, a lot of, I don't know, my close friends have been like, oh, I don't watch your YouTube videos because they're just sad. And I know, like, I understand they, you know, they are predominantly like, there are some of, you know, a lot of me crying, but like when they say that, it makes me think like, oh wow, like, is my life just sadness? And like, I don't know, when people be like, oh yeah, but like you cry all the time and you're depressed anyway, so like what difference does that make? Oh god, I didn't think I'd cry. But I don't know, it's not really fair when people say that. It's not really fair, and I didn't choose and I don't choose to struggle with depression. If I couldn't, I wouldn't. But I have lived with depression for 5 years. And I don't know, when people say that, it makes me think like, do you just look at me and think sadness? Like it's obviously a huge part of me, but I don't want it to be all of me, and it's not my identity. Like, it's something I really struggle with, but you kind of also just reducing depression to sadness and tears is like so unfair, because depression takes so much strength, so much effort to just live your life in spite of it, you know, despite having depression. And I don't know, it just like, yeah, it just makes me think, oh wow, is all I am sad to you? And makes me think like, oh yeah, well, all my videos are predominantly sad, like, but I can't help it, and it's just a reality. And you know, I don't like seeing myself sad, but like, I'm not gonna come on here and pretend and lie, because that is not a true depiction of how I feel. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I got into all that, but I don't know. I'm just having a bit of an existential crisis, an identity crisis, a life crisis, all the crises. It feels like it should be crises, shouldn't it? But I think it's crises. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just all over the place at the minute, but so I just wanted to sit down and be absolutely transparent with you all, and tell you that I'm all over the place, and I feel very negative, and I feel very, yeah, I feel very angry, but like, anger in healing is natural and it's normal. And as I say, like, healing is often glamorized and depicted as like calmness and quietness, but like, healing is also very, very ugly. As I say all the time, it's just, oh, see, now I'm saying this and I'm like, do I sound like a broken record? I'm trying, guys. I think I'm letting people's opinion get to me. Because now I'm genuinely just spiraling, and I'm like, are any of these even a worthy addition to the world? Anyway, yeah, it's okay to feel angry, and healing can be very, very ugly, and that is just the reality of it. There's no like being around the bush. True healing is ugly and raw. It doesn't look pretty. But that's the journey. And I feel like I've said healing too much, that I don't even know what healing looks like, and I now just feel really rubbish and don't actually know if I'm going to post this video anywhere. But that was my Sunday night thoughts. Yeah, I just wanted to have a little catch up with you guys. I think I may film a video diaries this week, I'm not sure, but again, a lot of my content is just depicted about the stages of heartbreak at the minute, so like, I don't even know if that's interesting, and I don't know if it's just gonna like bore people, but then now I'm just thinking, right, okay, stop it. The message of the video is that it is okay to feel negative in your healing, and it's okay to feel lost in your healing. It's almost part of the journey. And yeah, just that's where I'm at. I'm feeling dark, and I'm not feeling very positive about the future or hopeful about the future. Like every day is really hard at the minute. And yeah, I just want my videos to reflect the true state of how I'm feeling. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this really rambly video that I've now been talking for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go eat a chocolate mousse and watch Zoella, I think. So that's really exciting. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please stick around if you do like me having an existential crisis every week. I've also now got a wet patch on the back of my jumper from my hair, which is nice. So, okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and you are stronger than you think you are. Okay, I'll see you soon.